From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is a varsity update. I'm Jenny Carlson. National Signing Day has arrived, and a big surprise coming out of the Tulsa area. Josh Jacobs, a running back at Tulsa McLain, has signed with Alabama, and it wasn't that long ago that his biggest offer was Wyoming. Scott Wright joins us on the phone to talk about what in the world happened. Scott, how does a guy go under the radar in a day and age when nobody flies under the radar anymore?
Yeah, it's really one of the strangest things that I've seen in a long time, because this kind of thing just does not happen. I mean, with huddle video and all of the different avenues to get your highlights out, you really don't see this happen this much. But apparently, just the school was a little bit late in getting his video sent out to some people, and once it finally started getting out there, this kid just exploded. He's a 5'10", 200-pound running back who he's got speed, he's got elusiveness, he's got power. I mean, he's the total package, and just a really talented running back, a fun one to watch. When you go check out his highlight video, he essentially played quarterback this year for McLain. But it was basically like a full-time Wildcat offense. He took the snap, and you knew that he was running the ball. But he averaged 15 yards a carry. Wow. And rushed for 2,700 yards over the course of the season. Just a really impressive guy. He had a 400-yard game against Cassia Hall at one point. Even just as a high school player, he was kind of late coming onto the scene. All of a sudden, you see these numbers popping up, and you're like, "Wow, who is this kid?" But the recruiting aspect was really bizarre, because this has almost all happened here within the last couple of weeks, where OU offers, Missouri offers, Alabama starts sniffing around, and they finally offer. He had to take 2 visits in one weekend just to try to make up his mind. He hit Missouri and Alabama in the same weekend, so last weekend, in fact, and had been kind of quiet about his schools that he was considering, and obviously pops up and signs with Alabama today.
Yeah, unbelievable story, Scott. And in signing with Alabama, he obviously signs with a school that knows something about great running backs. Derrick Henry winning the Heisman, obviously, this year, running back for Alabama. Is Josh Jacobs a guy that could go to Alabama and be a contributor right away, or is this a case where he's going to be in line potentially behind some guys? I mean, how does he factor in for the Crimson Tide?
I think that he's unique. They've had so many big running backs that I think that maybe he's a little smaller in height, at least, and maybe a little bit more shifty than some of the guys that they've put out over the years. Definitely not the mammoth that Derrick Henry was. Right. And so he could be a guy that gets a look early as sort of a change of pace type of back, and maybe do some different things with him to try to get him in space, because that's where he really excels. Like I said, he weighs 200 pounds and he can run over some people. But what makes him most unique is that he weighs 200 pounds and he can put some shifty moves on a guy and leave him in the dust. So I would think that would be a type of role that he could maybe come in and contribute right away. Obviously having played more of a quarterback / Wildcat type of position this year, maybe it'll take him a little bit of time to get used to playing a typical running back position in an Alabama offense. But so he might need some time to adjust to that. But I definitely think that he's a guy that could find a role in the Alabama offense. Definitely
so. Be sure to stay with newsok.com as we continue to find out more decisions from our best high school players in the state. Calvin Bundage will be signing this afternoon at Edmond Santa Fe around 2 o'clock. We'll have that coverage on newsok.com. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.